I swear we're making progress down here. It might not look like it. It's just a really big project. Just trust me. I feel like it's been a really long time since we've done a video on overlays. Has it been a really long time? Anyway, they're still around, and some of them have gotten really, really good. Like, streaming has become so popular and the top streamers are making so much money that there are boutique design companies like Visuals by Impulse and Creative Grenade that are making some of the most insane over-the-top overlays for streamers. Things like AI-driven overlays, 3D renderings. It's insane. So I've got 5 top-notch designs, each one for a completely different reason. And I'm just gonna do the BuzzFeed thing where I say the last one on the list. It bothers me. It bothers me so much. I really hope it bothers you too. Let's jump into it. By the way, if you haven't picked up Senpai Series 0 merch yet, it will only be available for the next couple days until the end of September. The very first Senpai branded merch release and the only Series 0 there will ever be. If you think it looks cool and you want to support the channel, link in the description down below, or maybe you don't want to spend money, instead maybe just help pray to the algorithm gods here and hit the like button. Helps this channel more than you know. Let's talk about overlays. I want to start this off with someone a little bit different than the rest because unlike the Pokemanes or the Dr. Disrespects who can pay people to design their entire stream, this guy has done everything entirely himself, and it's insane. Mr. Gregles' drumming streams have an overlay that reacts to his drumming. He made a little drum set icon that shows you exactly what drum is being hit and bullet time, which uses, I mean, I don't know, I saw this picture, I think I counted 18, but legend says that nobody knows for sure. Actually, after saying that, I just found this picture and it turns out it's 20 cameras. Yeah, he's got 5 Camlink Pros from Elgato, those quad capture cards, all going into a single PC. I've been told Elgato actually made a dedicated driver specifically for Mr. Gregles to do this. Hats off, man. That's amazing. I feel like most of the time, streamer overlays are there to make a stream pop, right? Like, or maybe to push the streamer's brand a little bit, help them sell merch. Like, it's mostly the icing on top of the streaming cake. But with Mr. Gregles, his overlay is a part of the content. Like, it's integrated into the live content that is happening. And it's really cool. Like, if I were to categorize all these, I would say it's the best content/overlay integration. But it is kind of weird to call something the best when I'm pretty sure he's the only one doing it. Anyway, let's move on to number 2. I'd be willing to bet that nobody spends as much money on his stream designs as this guy. You probably already know who I'm talking about. This guy has hired his own professional design team, and as far as I could find, it consists of 5 full-time designers. So yeah, this was probably the least surprising of all the people on this list, but I mean, Dr. Disrespect has been leading the stream design era for like, since the beginning, so you just can't not put him on this list. We've all seen our fair share of stream characters come and go. Like, embodying a different persona is one thing, and it's really only half the battle. The other side is creating an entire universe around that person. Totally something different, which is interesting because I've also seen the other half, right? Like whole green screen setups where between games someone walks up to a podium or onto a dance floor or something, but like without the fictional character behind it, it just kind of feels out of context. It feels like you really need both to pull something off like this. And honestly, I just can't understand how much mental energy has to go into embodying the doc for hours on end. Yeah, best universe creation goes to the doc. We're not categorizing anymore. These are awards. All right, let's drop a little bit of a different one. This one's for all the DIY streamers. No green screen, no design studio, just fiddling with as many OBS plugins as possible and seeing what comes out on the other side. Nutty is a streamer who's gone through so many iterations of his stream, and some of them got really unnecessary. But by doing all that, I feel like he's become one of the most proficient streamers at OBS. And it looks like after all that work, he's landed on something really clean and also really unique. Like, I'm a big fan. Like, he's figured out how to use those crazy OBS motion plugins and go with completely original overlay styles while managing to balance it with an overlay that's really easy to look at. Like, one of my favorite details is depending on how important the display content is, he has multiple camera sizes that he switches between. Well, that and the screen that he has mounted behind him that perfectly matches the room behind it. That's not a green screen. That's a picture of the room behind it displayed on the screen. Phenomenal. Okay, so this one kind of broke Twitter for a little bit when it was shared with the world because it was definitely the first of its kind. And I'm pretty sure it's still the only one of its kind. Lachlan, and I hope I'm saying that right, but Lachlan has an AI-driven overlay that reacts to his game when he's playing Fortnite. You probably want me to elaborate on that a little bit. When Lachlan plays Fortnite, his overlay reacts to his health in the game. So the color behind his head changes based on how much health he has, and the border around it reacts to the changes. Meaning when he drinks shields, you've got this cool blue animation. When he gets shot, you see this red one. The design company Visuals by Impulse designed this one, and there are no hidden tricks to it. They developed a program that watches his gameplay, searches for trigger moments on the screen, and when it recognizes things like his shields going down, it responds with these animations. It's ridiculous. I need to get me a VBI design. This last one is also done by the design company Visuals by Impulse because after all these super intricate, crazy overlays, I wanted to go over one that was just simple and clean and beautiful. It just complements the streamer and looks really professional, which is why it pisses me off so bad. VBI made Courage a gorgeous overlay with custom animations and intro videos and clean alerts, everything a stream design needs. And then when Courage finally shows up, his camera is crooked and not even pointing at him. Courage, a design this beautiful takes months of work and decades of experience to be able to pull off. Straining your camera takes, let's do it. Three seconds, man. It breaks my heart, makes me so sad. I'm gonna have to end it there. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and you enjoyed the video. Also hit the like button, that'd be great. Or if you wanna see my live streams, I stream on youtube.com/HarrisHeller. Of course, link in the description below. And as always, happy streaming. I gotta get out of here.